The Super Nintendo Entertainment System released in 1990 and was a big step forward in Nintendo's home consoles. It was only their second home console, but was much more advanced than other consoles at the time. It went on to become the best-selling console of the 16-bit era and boasted some of the best Nintendo titles. Even though I've never owned a classic SNES, I have played many games on it, either through Virtual Console or the Nintendo Online SNES Games. And today, we are going to be counting down my top 5. So, before we begin, I have a couple of things to say. First off, this is the first video in a short series. I'm going to start going through every console I've owned and ranking all the games I've played on them, starting from the oldest console to the newest. I could have done NES, but I've really never enjoyed any games from that console, excluding maybe Castlevania and Mario. Secondly, there's quite a few major SNES games that I haven't played as of now, namely Mario RPG, Earthbound, Secret of Mana, and Chrono Trigger. One last thing, for some of these early consoles, I will include non-exclusives, just so I have enough to rank, although when I do get to the Switch and PS4, then it'll just be exclusives. So that's about it, and without any further ado, let's get into number 5. Super Metroid. This game is truly a classic. It combined everything from the two previous games and put it all together to refine the game design and make a truly great game. Super Metroid starts out with an atmospheric landscape and making you feel alone and lost. Eventually aliens show up, but you already know that it's solely up to you to stop them. Exploration and backtracking is key as you earn more and more upgrades, making you even more and more powerful. That sense of progression and those moments when you finally figure out how to open that one door or defeat that one enemy are what make this game so great. Still, since this game practically started the Metroidvania genre, nowadays there are a lot more modern games just like Super Metroid that are quite a bit better, in my opinion. And that's why it's only number 5 on the list. Although, it's always nice to return to where it began, and exploration, upgrade-based games can all be traced back to Super Metroid. Super Castlevania 4. While technically not a completely new game, seeing as Super Castlevania 4 was actually a remake of the original Castlevania, it still boasts tons of new features and ideas that make it vastly superior to the original, and one of the best SNES games. With improved graphics, some stages in this game really push the SNES to its limits, like those 2 spinning rooms that still make me kinda dizzy. Being able to aim your whip anywhere and move around in air was enough to get me on board with this game, since I always found the original just a bit too difficult and finicky to enjoy. Really, all the new and old features come together to create not only one of the best Castlevania games, but also the 4th best SNES game of all time. Anyways, into the top 3. Donkey Kong Country. The SNES had its fair share of platformers, but Donkey Kong Country always stood out from the rest. Maybe it's the bopping soundtrack, stunning 3D-like graphics, entertaining humorous animation, or just the really fun gameplay. Everything about this game was just so satisfying and felt good to do. Collecting bananas, finding secrets, taking out bosses and baddies, you name it. The game also constantly throws new ideas and innovations at you, like minecart levels, underwater levels, which are great, especially for water levels, and rideable animals. The game never takes itself too seriously, and is completely focused on making the gameplay as fun as possible, while still being a big challenge for anyone looking to complete it. Overall, definitely one of the most charming, if short, games on the Super Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I still stand by this game being slightly overrated, but I can't deny how it changed the Zelda series and brought it to how it is today. Similar to Super Metroid, it perfected what previous titles had been going for and made what is essentially the definitive Zelda game. Intuitive, challenging dungeons, interesting, fun-to-use items that you gradually get as you progress, and a large Hyrule to explore, filled with interesting characters and lore. Zelda wouldn't be where it is today if not for this game, and I really have to respect that. But despite how great it is and how fantastic all these previous games have been, there's still one that I believe tops them all. Before that, here's some honorable mentions. Mario Kart and F-Zero. I never got to experience these with friends, but based on what I have played, I know the high intensity of F-Zero and cooperative spirit of Mario Kart would have been a blast. Yoshi's Island. While definitely not as good as other platformers, Yoshi's Island still expanded on the genre with features like shooting eggs and Baby Mario. It was a short but very fun adventure through Yoshi's eyes and led to a whole series of Yoshi games to come. But with that, it's time to get to our number one spot. Here we go. Super Mario World. Sometimes considered one of the best games of all time, Super Mario World is truly a game I could play over and over again. With at least 5 full playthroughs under my belt, this game has some of the best gameplay ever that just makes me want to constantly come back for more. The way Mario jumps, sprints, floats, and more just feels so refined and great to do. Each level is unique with its design, enemies, and music, and all of them are great. The sprite work and sound effects create such a bright, fun world to explore that is once again full of secrets and difficult bonus levels that are so satisfying to beat. This is for sure my favorite 2D Mario game, and also my favorite SNES game. There is truly some classics and fantastic games, but none could beat just the pure fun and joy of Super Mario World. Anyways everyone, thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and stay tuned for future top 5 videos. Thanks again. Bye.